Come on, spirit wolves, murder everything. They're not really murdering super fast. Whenever we get up to the dire wolves, they'll do a little bit better because they actually have better damage. They start off at actually about the same damage. Okay. But we'll be able to just dump points into them. And we'll also have Heart of the Wolverine then, too. So, anyhoozle. Do you guys have any build requests for the other characters? Such as... We've already done the Paladin, so their build requests for that would be kind of pointless. But we still have Sorceress, Amazon, and Barbarian. Only ones I would take off the Barbarian would be Crybarb. All other weapon choices are semi-viable and normal. Spear and pole armor are a bit of a pain in the butt, but they're doable. Javelin honestly wouldn't be terrible. We'd do enough damage with double throw. Wow, even with auto gold pickup, I'm leaving gold behind. All gold left behind. But the Paladin worked out pretty good. We had a pretty solid run with it. We've died with this guy once because I got cocky. But that's the only, like, death we've had. I do see us dying at least once with the Sorceress as well. Maybe the Javazon. I don't see us dying with the Barbarian. Just because of how tanky it is. It's just taunting me with these wrist blades as well, because we cannot play Assassin or Necromancer, which makes me sad. Those are like... I would settle for just one of those two classes. I would have rather seen Necromancer, honestly, because it would have made more sense, and leave the Druid and Assassin for the full release, because they're the expansion characters. It would make sense. So let's go and get some more life, and we will get... more wolf, I guess? Oh yeah, we were dumping points into that as well, weren't we? Sure, we'll do a point in there. Magic Find Barb. I mean, everything is technically a Magic Find character right now as far as we've got Magic Find gear. We have some topazes, that's about it. Generally, you don't start getting good Magic Find gear until, I would say, probably... mid-normal to late normal. Act 3, you can start getting some fun things. Act 1, you can get a couple. I mean, Act 1 and 2, you can get a couple, but they're really uncommon. That thunder is extra bassy today, so if you guys hear any, like, rumbling noises in the background, it's just thunder. It's fine. It's not the end of the world! And I am going to turn down the game sound just a pinch, because I just noticed it peak up into the yellow. There, it's down a little bit. Only like 1%, 1 dB. That's more than 1%, I know. Because it's a, if I remember correctly, logarithmic scale, I think is the term for it. But yeah, it's fine. Mercenary is surprisingly surviving all this. Usually he likes dying to these beetles early on. He almost did earlier. He got down to about half, but... look at how good the experience from these guys is. I love killing beetles. I have to say, their lightning looks a lot more threatening whenever it's dark out. It scares me. We'll just deal with it. So anyway... we will not be switching back over to Twitch for this. We will be sticking with the YouTube end of things. So if you still need access to the beta through drops on Twitch, I know that Llama's going to be streaming today, and I know that Dobrunsky is. I have a feeling... oh god, I'm trying to think of who else to mention. I'm trying to think who else would be streaming it over there. Frankly... yeah. If you're on Twitch and you're a streamer of this, my word of advice is don't count on it making you grow on there, because you're going to be competing with people who are getting 7,000, 10,000 viewers at a time. You are not going to surface. So Just a friendly little bit of advice, because I know a few people who are trying to grow on this over there. It's like, don't. Come over to YouTube or stream it on Facebook or something like that. Something where you actually can show up. And where you have an audience already. Which none of them I know actually have an audience on Facebook. They do stream there, but they have an audience here. So let's go ahead and go Dry Hills and stop talking about YouTube for a minute, because that is right up in like that meta creator space. I'm usually fairly open about it. Yay, we got that. So what are we missing? I need to check what rune I need for this. It's probably going to be, if I remember correctly, it's a high rune. But I have forgotten what runes I need for these. So let's go Ariat Summit. Crafting recipes. It just so happens this is the one that we made. Items. Let's go check crafting items. It's going to be caster. Could do a belt. Actually, let's do a belt. Any jewel, amethyst, and that. That seems like a fine idea. Because it only takes an ith rune for that. So yeah, we'll make a caster belt whenever we get done with the druid. And we'll use it probably on the sorceress. I'm trying to think if there's any other character that we could make a caster druid. It would be fine, but that really doesn't benefit from faster cast rate. So... And yes, I know it's only going to be a 2-slot belt, but we're in the first 2 acts. A 2-slot belt is fine. It's not going to, like, kill me to not have that 3rd row. It's nice to have for the mana potions, but beyond that, it's just kind of meh. So, cube-wise, where is our tomb? Tomb of Doom. Not there. And I think I might see it up here. That or that was just a rock formation. I'm going to check the top part before we go down the stairs, because I think this one should be an L-shaper. Yeah, it's an L-shaper. Yep, there's the tomb. So let's go get this done. Got some lightning boys. We got cats. And these guys can be a little bit painful at times, especially that holy fire one. But it shouldn't be terrible. We have mana leech and life leech on this. Not enough to matter. Hey, Nabonnet. How are you doing? Hopefully well. Let's go ahead and grab the amulet, and we will just murder them all. I hear another one. There he is. I can smell one of those hollow ones from a mile away. But now we actually have a perfect amethyst. So we can make ourselves caster items. We are not going to get the rune for a caster amulet, I don't think. I think that is going to be... Where's the amulet? It's a raw rune? Well, we could. We could get that from the Countess. So we're either going to be making a caster amulet or we're going to be making a caster belt. Neither one's going to give us like a +2 anything, because we're not going to be level... like high enough level for that. So let everybody go in. We will send a couple wolves over there. Wolf there. Wolf there. Wolf there. 3 wolves. 1 wolf for each of them. They might end up killing one, but it's fine. Ooh, there's an Eld rune. 1 off. We need an L, not an Eld. Dag nabbit. Now, it is worth noting, if you are in the beta, you do want to actually be careful in this area, because you are not going to be able to see the stairs very easily, so you're going to have to actually walk up and check the ends of the rooms where it could potentially spawn. For the sorceress, we're probably going to be going fire, by the way. Okay, so murder all of them. And they're actually doing good. They're doing the work. Jawbone cap. We'll actually check that for the barbarian run. Summon Spirit Wolf +2. Since we're probably not getting an or a soul from that, we're going to actually go ahead and grab this. We're going to drink these out of the way so we can actually pick up the other wolf head. Got stuck in A1 doing that for 2 hours. Oh, switching between the versions. I am unimpressed with the classic version on here. The upscaler's kind of pants. But yeah, there is a fairly decent difference. I might do a quick video, not necessarily today, but maybe tomorrow, that shows the difference between their upscaler and using Glide Wrapper. Because if we press the button, you can see it's kind of dark and you can see almost outlines on things. And that is not quite what it used to be. So let's go ahead and grab those. Level 2. I've never understood why this place was so deep. Yet the other places were not. I would have actually, if I were designing this today, I would have probably made it so that the tomb that Bale was in, not Bale, Duriel. I do that a lot. But anyway, the tomb that Duriel was in was actually the deep one. Because it would make sense that they would bury a great evil deeper than a box. Especially the box that's necessary to free the great evil. Okay, so before we go too much deeper, I am wanting to do this. I want to go sell some stuff. We'll have Deckard identify it for us. Yonk.
How may I help you?
Trade and repair. Let's see. Howl. That's actually not a bad helmet. I'm going to sell it anyway, though. If I was able to get into later acts, I'd keep that, too. Extra gold, no. There we go. And just get this stuff up out of the way. Oh, we do have a Raw rune. So, if we take the jewel out... We're not going to do that one. We're going to probably gamble for an amulet. We could actually make a caster amulet right now. After we get the cube, of course. So we'll go do that. We're making probably the first caster amulet on the server if we do this. It's going to be absolute garbage, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm trying to think what else we could make. We could start working towards a ruby as well. But I don't know if people have done a lot of crafting in the beta or not. What gear do I have currently? Absolute garbage. We've got the Soul Flange. We are not level 17, so we can't use our stealth, which we made on the Paladin. We've just got some rares and some magic rings and stuff like that. Nothing too impressive. Our amulets are our weak point, so making a caster amulet's not a terrible idea. We could imbue one of these helmets and hopefully get something better. But I'm holding out for us to find a Tarn helm. Much lag. Yesterday I was getting a bunch of like inventory, like whenever I had the inventory open like this, I would get a bunch of like latency issues. Right now I'm not. Knock on wood. I would rather not have a bunch of lag, but it's understandable. This is beta, and they are working on server side things, which means there's going to be a lot of stress on the server, and it's going to give a lot of issues for... You know, we're going to have stutters. We're going to have hiccups. Day one had quite a few. EU was down for a while. The EU servers, that is. So it is understandable that people are going to have some issues with this. Auto gold pickup, and I still don't pick it up. Deal with it. So, Ravens. And we're probably not going to end up going Wolverine because we have invested in Oak Sage. So. I have a 4-year-old PC. So, no, I do not have a top end. I have a good one. It was good 4 years ago. But it's an i7 7700 and a 1080 Ti. I do not have the money to replace it, so I just kind of go with it. So, well, technically I have the money to replace it, but I need to save that for, you know, bills and upkeep and food. So let's see. Because food is very important, damn it. We need to get 18 so I can invest in that. I'm going to keep going Oak Sage. Get that life boost up. And then whenever we get to Dire Wolf, they'll actually be, you know, semi-tanky. Because they have 100 more life base than this guy. All we're interested in here is the cube, so we can actually make our first caster amulet. It's going to be low level. It does not matter. It's fine. I didn't get to play the alpha, so I'm going to enjoy the heck out of this beta. And I will be doing the open beta as well. So whenever that runs around next week, I'll be doing it. When the real game comes out, first new character will probably be a necromancer. First thing I'll probably do is import a bunch of my old characters, though. They aren't available for marketing. That's the entire reason they aren't available. Same reason all the classes aren't available. They are, at least in the alpha, a lot of them were in the code. Because people have unlocked them. But I think they intentionally were keeping it kind of like limited so people didn't just burn out on the game during the betas and stuff and then cancel their pre-orders. It's just business. If I had the money to spare, yes, I would get it on the Switch. I would love to play it on the Switch. The controls, as far as the controller goes, it's not as good as mouse and keyboard, but the experiments I did with the Xbox controller, it's fine. The controls are fine. Yeah, this is a summoner. As far as the necromancer, though, no. I would not do a summoner. I'd probably either do poison and summon, or I would do... I'm trying to see if the resummoning of these guys is what's causing the little stripes. Because I think that might be a design decision. But no, I'm not big on summoner. Oh, you want to see ping? I usually leave that off because it gets in the way. There you go. Ping 63. It's going 60, 94... It'll probably go up to about 120 if I had to guess. Oh, never mind. It's going higher. Great. Wonderful. But the only reason I don't leave it up there... Stay away from the summoner! Only reason I don't leave it up there is it actually distracts me while I'm trying to watch Durga up there. Keep him from dying. Hey, Jaewoon. Jaeyoon. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. I'm bad at names I know, so you'll have to excuse me on that. They are going to be cross-progression, not cross-compatible. The legendary item? You mean the unique? Was there one down there? I can check. It's not exactly like we ran far. I can go back up there and check. It's not a big issue. We're doing this relaxed mode. I'm not having very many issues with lag right now. There's some things, but...